Hello everyone, in this video we will go over how to set up Visual Studio 2022 for Unreal Engine 5.2. I will mainly be following the official Unreal Engine documentation on how to set this up. The link to this will be in the description. Now VS 2019 should still work, but starting with Unreal Engine 5.2, the default IDE is VS 2022, so I recommend using 2022. So first step, go to the Visual Studio site to download Visual Studio Community version. If this is your first time using Visual Studio, the community version is free and you can install it without a Microsoft account. However, you will eventually need to create a Microsoft account and log in to continue using it. So under this drop down, click on Community 2022, and once you do so, you will have a Visual Studio setup file or setup installer. Let's go ahead and open that up. And click Continue. So the workloads we need for Unreal Engine is .NET Desktop Development, Desktop Development with C++, Universal Windows Platform Development, and Game Development with C++. And then the additional tools that we need, you have to make sure that they're checked under Installation Details, under Game Development with C++, under Optional. We want C++ Profiling Tools, C++ Address Sanitizer, the latest version of Windows 10 SDK, and I'll go ahead and check the Windows 11 SDK as well. And if you are primarily planning to use the binary version of Unreal Engine, and we can go into more detail of this in a future video, you can go ahead and click the Unreal Engine installer. This is essentially Epic Games, the Epic Games launcher, which also is the installer for Unreal Engine. I'll go ahead and leave mine unchecked since I already have Epic Games installed. And then just go ahead and click Install. A few moments later, and through the magic of television, Visual Studio is installed. So for now, I'll just skip the sign-in step, but eventually we will need to create a Microsoft account and sign in to continue using Visual Studio 2022. Dark theme, of course. Now on to the recommended settings for using Visual Studio with Unreal Engine. First, we want to increase the width of the solution configuration dropdown, and we want to do this so we can see what type of build the Unreal editor that we're working with, and you'll see more of this in a future video. So right click on the toolbar and select Customize. Under Commands and Toolbar, we want to modify the standard toolbar. Solution configuration, modify selection, and we want that to be 200 in width. Next, we want to turn off the errorless window, and the reason we want to do this is because the errorless window can display false error information. So from the Tools menu, go to Options, and then under Project and Solutions, uncheck Always Show Errorless, and click OK. And that will conclude this short video for setting up Visual Studio 2022 with Unreal Engine 5.2. There are additional recommendations and tips that the Unreal Engine documentation recommends. I'll leave it up to your discretion whether you would want to follow those tips. Until next time.